Well, good evening, Hope is Alive residents. We hope that you are doing great tonight, that you enjoyed yet another round of incredible sobriety celebrations, maybe knocked out some goals here on this last Sunday, or possibly bragged on some bros, shouted out some sisters. We hope that you have enjoyed your Sunday night thus far. Allie and I wanted to come and just drop a short little message to you all tonight. We won't take very long, but I definitely wanted to start by telling you we miss you guys.
Yeah.
Right?
We miss all of your faces.
We really do. We've missed you guys a ton. We have enjoyed getting to see some of you all on Zoom this week. Let's shout out some ladies. First off, from Dub, we got to hang out with you all.
Yep.
T-Dub 2, can I hear you? K-Dub, the ladies, that was a lot of fun yesterday. And come on, NC1, let me hear you all the way from NC. We loved hanging out with all of you guys on Zoom, and we're looking forward to continuing to do that this week. So stay tuned. We might be calling your house one of these evenings as well. I want to tell you, we had some really, really cool things happen last week, and we all should celebrate these. So make some noise. First off, our ladies in Oklahoma City, they sent hope-filled cards. Did you know this? And they wrote on poster boards and drew some really cute things, and they passed it off to all the folks at the Baptist Retirement Center. This was so cool. It meant so much to me because that's where my grandparents are. And I know that that gave them a ton of hope and encouragement that day. So that was super cool what we saw the ladies in Oklahoma City do. Also, get this, folks, the Hope Rally Friday night. Anybody go to the Hope Rally? Raise your hand. Anybody go to the Hope Rally? Awesome. You did? Cool. Yeah, I saw you there too. That was a lot of fun. Did you go?
Wow.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, you were there too. Guess what? 20,000 other people joined you. 20,000 people. That's the number as of right now. We're filming this and it's growing every day. 20,000 people. That's amazing. Also, this morning at Council Road Baptist Church, so many of you guys jumped on their Facebook and their live stream and joined us for a lot of fun and a hope-filled message there. So thank you all for your support. I say all that to say we spread a lot of hope in the past 2 to 3 days. And that's what we do. We show up and we, do you know it?
Come on, set the tone.
Of course we do. We show up and we set the tone. People are going to be wanting us to jump in Facebook feeds all across the country because we're so good at that. Absolutely.
We celebrate everything.
That's right. We sure do. Woo, woo. Absolutely. All that to say, we love you guys. We're praying for you each and every day, and we've got some exciting things to share with you tonight. I also wanted to thank you all for doing such a great job at following all the protocols.
Yes.
Everybody's been doing really well. We know this is not easy. All jokes aside, we understand it hasn't been easy, but
we're following the protocol too.
Trust me, I'm having to follow all kinds of things. Trust me, so many things.
And you love every single second of it.
But a great reminder is the fact of what you just said. We're all going through this.
Yep.
Everybody's doing it, so don't feel like you're too special. Every house is going through this. Every house in the world is going through this, and so I know it's not great news, but it is reality. We're all going through this. And the last place that listen to me, the last place anybody needs to be is separated from our program. The last place anybody needs to be is feeling isolated or separated from your brothers and sisters. As I mentioned this morning, connection and community kills that chaos. And so we need to be leaning into and plugging into our community in even deeper ways now. As leaders are doing, we're doing our very best. Trust me, we're doing our very best to handle this situation, and truly are making decisions by the hour. And as we do that, we're watching and getting more updates on Corona every single day, all day, by the way. I wish that, friends, I knew what was going to happen next. I really do wish I understood even what might be coming in the next couple of weeks. All I know is that we're trying to make the very best decisions with the information that we have. And even this morning, we got new information, and Corona has kind of hit close to home as we have found out that Allie's sister and our niece have both been confirmed to have the coronavirus. And so this is very personal to us, and I think until it kind of hits you personally, sometimes it's hard to connect with. But just because you love us, I hope that you feel this connection. This is a very serious thing. And so as you have followed protocols this last week, we're urging you, please continue to do so. In talking with her sister, we found out there are some symptoms that we wanted to pass on that would be helpful for you all to understand. And so here's a few things that they said. They said the first sign was terrible body aches, so bad that they couldn't move. They also said that their taste buds and their ability to smell went away. Thought that was kind of interesting. And then there was a couple days of chest congestion as well. And then they followed up and said the fever actually didn't come until several days after the symptoms. So if you are experiencing anything like those symptoms, please let your program manager know as soon as possible, immediately, if you have currently or will in the coming days feeling any of those symptoms. We appreciate you all trusting us. We know that one of our culture codes is to trust our leaders, and so we covet your prayers, your grace during these times, and your understanding as we try to make the very best decisions, not only for you, but for 165 other residents and all their families as well. I want to tell you, just as I told our whole team this past week, we are trying to make the best decisions. I also reserve the right, and Allie does as well, to change our minds at any given moment with new understanding, new clarity, new information. We want to be people who are nimble and flexible, and so there's a good chance that if we feel led, we will change the decision that we might make really at any time. But at the end of the day, I hope that you know our number one priority is you. It's 100%, our 100% focus. How do we protect you? How do we keep you safe? And I think you'll hear that as we continue to go through this meeting tonight. Secondly, as it relates to the Stimulus Act and all the things that are going on there with the passing of what they're calling the CARES Act, you'll hear that acronym, the CARES Act, this past week. A couple things have happened for small businesses that I wanted to pass on. First off, many of them will be receiving relief if they keep their employees. That is important for you to know. You might have been laid off. I want you, and I want to encourage you to give them a call tomorrow. Ask them if anything has changed in their business. Are they more acceptable or willing to maybe bring you back on? Are they in a different position than they were even a few days ago? Again, things change. This CARES Act has changed the game for a lot of people. Again, they're going to be rewarded in some ways by holding on to employees. And so make the phone call, be the squeaky wheel, run after those jobs. That's what we do. We want to set the tone. We want to be forward leaning in our posture. So give them a call and see if you can get back plugged in. Secondly, from what I understand, the money that was passed in the CARES Act that was going to individuals, that will be going to individuals, will begin to be deposited into your account in the next couple of weeks. Here's how that will work. If you have filed your taxes in the past year or so, 18 or 19, and you had a direct deposit, so your checking account was linked to your direct deposit, what will happen is your money from the government will just be dropped into your bank account anytime between the next week to 10 days or 14 days, from what I understand. And who knows with the government, that's what it looks like right now. With that said, if you have not got direct deposit, from what I'm reading today, that there will be a new website the government will create, and you can get on that website, update your information, and make sure that you're getting a direct deposit. I understand they're trying not to do as many checks, and so be looking for your bank accounts. It will be off your adjusted gross income or revenue from 18 or 19, and I think many people will qualify, and that will be very nice to receive that money. With that said, listen to me. I'm going to lean in on you right here. Listen to me. Do not be silly with those funds. Do not be silly. I mean this with everything in me. If you need it for critical needs, and many of you will, you need to use it for that. If you see this as an opportunity, then you can get ahead on a payment that you might need. Build up your savings, pay down a credit card or any other debts that you might have. Do not go buy something silly. That is not the time for this. We're mature, we're adults, we're seeing the future, we're trying to sow seeds into our future. So let's be smart about the money that we will be receiving. Check with your PMs, run it by several people, make sure you have a lot of folks that you're talking to about how you'll spend your money, and let some wisdom guide you and not go buy anything silly with these funds. So with that said, Allie, I want to turn it over to you to share some exciting news. I've talked way too much. It's your turn.
Hi, guys. Like Lance said, it is scary when it hits your sister and your niece. So I'm going to beg and beg you guys to please be washing your hands, sanitizing everything, do everything that we possibly can to keep this virus at bay away from our homes. We are continuing Allie's rally every single night. Who's had fun? Lance sits there every single night and begs me for the pictures to come in so that he can spread the joy.
Yes, love what I'm seeing out in Weatherford. Come on, men, make some noise in the kingdom.
They put all their HIA shirts on to take that picture.
I love it.
Did you notice that?
Hoods up.
So
Let's
keep
go.
coming. We're going to have even more creative, fun ideas. It helps us stay connected. It helps you guys have something to do that is fun.
Yes.
Because fun is fun, and you can make fun of me all you want for saying that, but I don't care. It's fun, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, what a great time to have some good old-fashioned fun.
Fun
right?
is fun. Oh,
So
much
stay
fun.
involved. Get your housemates involved.
Yes.
If you're the only one that wants to do it every night, get 3 or 4 people.
Yeah,
with
come
you
on,
to
H4.
do it.
I want to see you this
don't
week.
need everybody in the house. You should have everybody in the house. But hey, H2, I want to see you as
Yeah.
well this week.
Come on, Hurricane Wade, where are you at?
Yeah. And then the second thing I want to tell you guys is this. We are people of prayer here at Hope is Alive, and the power of prayer is immeasurable in our lives. In fact, before I tell you what we're going to do, I want to just read this quick scripture to you out of Job.
Okay.
And as we know, Job, everything was taken from him, right? His children were killed. His wife left him. He was covered in skin diseases. He had a fortune that left, and he stayed faithful to God the entire time.
Tell him
He
about it.
prayed for restoration. He prayed for protection. And this is what it says in Job 42:10. It says, and the Lord restored the fortunes of Job.
Amen.
When he had prayed for his friends, and the Lord gave Job twice as much as he had before.
Double
What
measure.
does that say?
Double
That
favor.
says in our weakest, most desperate times, if we stay faithful and we stay prayer-filled, God will restore us even more
Yes.
than we had before.
Come on.
And so I'm going to give you guys the opportunity to do something we're calling Pray 10-10.
Pray 10-10. Somebody say that. Say, pray 10-10.
Pray 10-10. I did it.
You did it.
So it's called Pray 10-10. It is a Zoom call. That the address will be the same. We'll send it out. Program managers will send it out in all of your group texts. But at 10:10 every morning, our staff is going to lead a short 15-minute tops, I promise you, prayer time over our residents, over your health, over Hope is Alive, over our families, over our finances. So we are just going to take this time and we are going to become prayer warriors.
Yes.
And we are going to stay connected to God.
Pray 10-10.
Pray 10-10. So
Love
it
it.
starts tomorrow morning
What
at
time?
10:10.
Oh, 10-10.
It's
Gotcha.
called Pray 10-10.
Love
So
it.
we will be sending out that link. Please hop on and join us. I promise you it'll only be 15 minutes. We can listen to your prayer requests.
Yes.
There's a little feed that goes on the side.
Yes.
If you guys have anything, and we're all just going to come
Let me ask
together
this
and
question.
pray over it.
Who's going to be there?
Me!
Who's going to be at pray? Raise your hand. Okay, I see y'all at K1. There we go. All right, men of Tulsa. All right, I'm going to hold you to it. Pray 10-10. Great
Please
idea.
be there. You can hop on from anywhere. You can download the Zoom app on your
Southside,
phone.
you going to be there? Pray 10-10?
You can download the Zoom app on your phone, or you can get on a computer, or the whole house can get on a computer together. 15 minutes, pray 10-10. We are people of prayer, and we are going to see the incredible blessings, guys, that come out of this time together. Pray 10-10.
Pray 10-10.
The
Love
third thing I want to tell you guys is this. We know that we have roughly 55 residents that are currently out of work. We feel that. Our heart hurts with you and for you. And we know that the government checks are coming. We don't know exactly when, but we know that they're coming soon. But I still feel that burden for you. And I want to tell you this. On Friday, our leadership team met, and we decided that we want to be people who are incredibly generous during this time and walk beside you through absolutely everything, so that you know how cared for you are. You know that you are surrounded. You know that you are sober, and you know you have people who lead Hope is Alive, who care for your every need. So Lance and Blake and the whole CDT team have worked incredibly hard to start fundraising for a scholarship fund for Hope is Alive. And when I say they've worked hard, they've worked really hard. I can't get my husband off the phone. And so what we've decided to do, we're stepping out and we're believing God for this. But we've decided to take half off rent for the month of April. Which means if you pay $600 a month, you'll be paying $300. If you're a manager and you pay $300, you'll be paying $150. We haven't raised all of this money yet, and we would love your guys' help socially to do that, but we're believing God that He is going to bless this time. He is going to bless you. He's going to bless Hope is Alive, and we want to pass that on to you. If you have already paid rent, we will make that just a prorated rent for your month of May, and we'll just slide that right on over to May, so you'll have a credit in your account. If not, $300 for all residents, $150 for all house managers. And I can't tell you how much generosity I believe is out there. And so please share everything. Lance is getting ready to do a post about it. So please share it if you can, or send it to anyone that you know, because we're believing God for it. This is obviously a really difficult fundraising time. And so I want you guys to know that we're believing in this sacrifice, and that it's going to bless you tremendously. And so we hope you enjoy your April rent.
Yeah, amen to that. Absolutely honored to be able to be a part of giving back and being generous. And somebody come there with me and raise their hand who believes that God's just going to provide. I just believe it. I believe it. I believe it. And, comping 50% of the rent across the entire organization is pretty unprecedented for us, and a big faith step. But we also believe that God's going to do it. And not only is He going to do it, He's going to do it in such a way that so many people are going to be blown away by just how good and faithful our God is, and how much of a provider He is. And so we're excited for it and hope that it blesses you in a huge way. There are some things that you can do to help, quite honestly, and I wanted just to pass those on. This week, we're going to make it possible for people all across the country to get involved in helping to fill this scholarship fund. So tonight, most likely when you get out of the meeting, you'll see a Hope is Alive driven Facebook fundraiser. You can help us out by sharing that and providing credibility to that by sharing your story, or how Hope is Alive's impacted you, or even how this deep discount of rent is going to help you. So that would be one way. I also want to encourage you, if you want to, you can create your own Facebook fundraiser. That's why I'm wearing this limited edition fundraiser only long sleeve shirt. If you create your own Facebook fundraiser, we'll be glad to get you this shirt some way in the next few days or coming weeks as well. And that will be one way that you could help out in this. You can also, there'll be a lot of opportunity for you to write some thank you notes this week. If you want to do that, I think that'd be a great way as you're sitting around the house to write some personal thank you notes to the people who we are believing are going to help us fill this scholarship fund and pass on this incredible blessing to you. And so that would be something that you can do. So be on the lookout for these opportunities to plug in and to help spread the word that we believe that generosity is the order of the day. And we want to do all we can to lead and protect and to serve you all. And we love you so much. We are fighting for you and fighting for your sobriety. Stay put. God has you right where He wants you to be, where you're surrounded, where you're safe, and where you're sober. So stay right there, connected to those people that love you and that are going to walk you through this unbelievable journey. So let's push ourselves. Let's lean into goals tonight. I can't wait to see all the incredible goals. Push yourself. Find some creative ways. We know we're going to be in this situation for a little while, so adjust your goals accordingly. Let's make sure that they're smart. Let's lead the way in progress and growth in every area of our life. But before we do so, let's leave the meeting tonight just as we left it last week. Before you guys jump into your groups in your homes, let's do the Hope Declaration together. I'll give you a second to find the Hope Declaration, to pull it up, to get ready, because we're going to shout it all across the country, make everybody in our neighborhoods know we are there and we are filled with hope. Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? On three. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. I declare that I am here on purpose for a purpose. My mind is sound and open. My heart is healed and prepared. I am ready to live in victory. I am a child of God, created to live in freedom. So I choose to say that the rest of my days will be the best of my days. I claim sobriety, restoration, and radical life change for my family, for my brothers, and my sisters. Amen. We love you guys so much. Have a great, great, great Sunday night.
See you tomorrow, 10:10.
Oh, pray 10:10.
Pray 10:10.
Who's going to be there? Who's going to be
Alex
there?
Rally tomorrow night.
Oh, pray 10:10. See y'all.